You are the author of this book, Ancient China's Tao Te Ching in Gonzo, by Nobody Xpecial. Question all of it. Mention what you notice. Declare no names with certainty, for language is terminable. The mother contains the unseen mystery from before. She carries the origin and all of its intelligence. She is you, and you are her, the universe becoming cognizant of herself. Shine a limelight to throw shade over all else. Yes demands no. What is illustrates what is not. Contradictions are divisions of one. Life shelters inside an envelope of death. Things fall after being lifted. Long defines short. Low inclines to high. Ease enlists difficulty. Has-beens determine rising stars. So, act without action. Teach by example. Embrace and release. Obtain nothing. Forget, and the effect lasts forever. When our minds hear legends of heroism, shame sparks in our hearts. Luxury solicits theft. Instead, fill loins, bowels, stomachs, hearts, and voices by emptying minds. Weaken ambition and fortify resolve. Hearts without wishes cannot be conned. Meddle or not meddle, there is no do. Forsaken desires sink into reality. Be still and observe the unfolding. The unseen mystery transits notwithstanding. This vacancy provides endless currency. It is the origin and exists everywhere. It softens edges, unravels bindings, diffuses light, and merges with dust. It is unnoticeable and older than anything. The universe holds no bias. She treats all things as disposable ceremonial vessels. Each fills with wonder or fear and is allowed to play out in accordance. The unseen mystery acts as an archer's bow. Power amasses within its emptiness. Movement expands its form. Because it is silent, talk can shatter it. Hold the origin. The spirit of a valley is in its form and cannot die. Her root is the gateway between vacancy and substance. Her fold never ceases to sire the tangible from the intangible. Everywhere is and is not the unseen mystery at all times. Use it anyhow. The unseen mystery is perpetual eternal. Why? Because it was not born, it cannot die. Incapable of desire, it cannot cease. So, it is everywhere and limitless. Remain at the bottom to be foremost. Lose all concept to become everything at once. Sculpt a suitable space by vacating the notion of self. Notice you mimic water. Without effort, you nourish, dissolve, and sink in. Be grounded, fair, simple, and generous. Govern as a stream adheres to earth and carves a valley. Offer your complete and simple presence to the universe. Relinquish intrusions, comparisons, and competitions, and anything will abide you. Abide the unseen mystery, and live in peace. Overfilled bowls will spill what was meant to be kept. Over-sharpened knives grow dull and unpredictable. Overabundance promotes graft, and none are secure. Opinions imprison minds. Admit when your work is complete and move on without another thought. This is the undisturbed path to salvation. Top scientists cannot detect the unseen mystery, yet a child uses it without effort and with absolute acuity. The body becomes supple. The vision becomes clear. The heart follows on impulse. The mystery unfolds unmolested by human descent. Birth, nourish, take no claim, expect nothing to come of actions. Micromanagement obliterates leadership. Without the hub, spokes become sticks. A vessel is shaped for its empty space. A room is built for the capacity it guards. Pull fruition from ether by moving stuff around. Colors tire vision. Sounds exhaust the ear. Thinking induces neuroticism. Desires crush the heart. Observe the extrinsic world. Rely upon your intrinsic origin. The exalted and the disgraced are both sensitive to shame. The innocent, the guilty, and the irreverent remain susceptible to injury. Security is a superstition. Hope is another fear. Be humble. What are the implications? Prestige is a pyramid scheme which obligates a scapegoat. Injury and loss are circumstances of incarnation. Recognize self as the universe embodied and personified. You will love the universe likewise as you love yourself. Realize no enemy can exist outside of you. Fear is the result of hyperbolizing corporal importance. Humiliation is the result of humility, preoccupied by reputation. Invisible, inaudible, intangible, and leaving no detectable trace. The universe's design spirals. Yin pushes left as Yang reaches right. Do you sense your true self? Do you swirl on return to the nothingness of no ending or beginning? Do you detect your own provenance within the origin? Does it endure today within your meat, bones, and radiance? The universe is you, and you are her, since before the first moment. The sapience of our design extends from the entire result having been arranged before the first moment. We have no concept of what early governors accomplished for this result. They used caution as if on thin ice, diligence as if out of bounds, and courtesy as if a guest. They worked as melting ice, generous, fluid, yielding, transparent, as wood, remanent, sculptable, plain, and as a valley, expansive, hollow, receptive. The result was muddy water. This is why stillness settles sediment and brings clarity, why patience reveals spontaneous correct action, why seeking satisfaction interferes and clouds, and why non-action is the gateway to infallible omnipotence and omniscience. Become void in the mind. Embody the peace and quiet of empty space. Observe the universe's children with curiosity as they wake and dorm. When they stray, contemplate their return. Without detecting the origin, codes remain undecipherable. You will stumble, feel confused, and be vulnerable to evil. By detecting the origin, patterns reveal what is natural and unnatural. You will accept without bias. Without bias, the heart can open. Left unfettered by your presence, the unseen mystery floods the heart. It knows what to do without contemplation. It is unconcerned with death because it knew the eternal result even before the start. The best of your inheritance is undetected and grants deliverance. The things you know and love grant your enjoyment. What you fear secures your oppression. What you despise harbors your compulsive obsessions. When people are untrusted, they become untrustworthy. Watch the people as you work without employing words. It is easy to locate people by ear. They enjoy chatter and relish accomplishments. When people lose their curious nature, righteousness and morality appear. When the body loses its intelligence, cleverness and wisdom are born. When a family loses peace, loyalty and devotion assert. When a community dissolves into chaos, patriotism can command. Banish sanctity and holiness, and conditions improve 100-fold. Discard morality and justice, and people realize what is correct. Refuse to hoard profit, and no thieves appear. These are external treatments. The internal treatments: realize simplicity, absorb awe, forget desires. Problems arise from thought. What identifiable difference exists between yes and no, good and evil, success and failure, trash and treasure? Must the blind follow the blind? Absurd. The blind can look inside and follow the unseen mystery. People like to celebrate as if attending a party. What does a newborn understand before it can smile? People like to collect more than is needed. What does an infant consider before it can obtain? What can a vacant mind ascertain about the universe? People like to be bright, but the universe is dark. People like to be exact, but the universe is oblique. People like to have purpose, but the universe already accomplished her purpose. This is why the moon pulls waves across the ocean, why the wind can blow in all directions, why the universe seems aimless, and why you may drink from her very breasts. Heed the immaterial and elusive way with completeness. The unseen mystery is real. Internal projection becomes image and form. Concept divides it beyond recognition. The unseen mystery has never been forgotten, leaving us no reason to think of it. How can you discern? By sensing inside yourself. Submit to the unseen mystery and master anything. Bow low to rise up straight. Empty oneself to become full. Death brings life anew. Exhaust yourself to gauge your power. Having little, you will gain. Having much, you will lose. By not showing yourself, inner light glows unrestrained. With nothing to prove, you are left to be reliable. By making no promise, no argument originates. By asking for nothing, you allow access to anything. These truths are meaningful and real. They may be used to go anywhere by standing still. Air your voice and then be quiet. Mimic Mother Nature. When she blows, wind blows. When she rains, rain falls. When she stops, her skies are bright. Be one with the material and become the universe. Be one with the immaterial and observe original truth. Be one with loss and become lost. Trust your natural wonderings and that everything is in its perfect place. Standing on tiptoe is least stable. Sprints are most brief. Directing enlightenment dims it. Exerted power abandons the origin. Believing a concept makes it impossible to recognize how wrong it is. Like extra baggage, leave behind belief and your sense of accomplishment. Before, a perfect, formless, silent void stood serene, alone, unchanging, and infinite. The unseen mystery. At first, our innominate grandmother birthed the universe. Since, an imperfect, formed, singing substance stands chaotic, divided, and ephemeral. The universe. The unseen mystery flows through all things and is great. Its river shapes four great powers. The universe is great. Earth is great. Humans are great. Narratives are great. Narratives obey humans. Humans obey the earth. Earth obeys the universe. The universe obeys her design. The innominate grandmother obeys her nature. Weightlessness is rooted in heaviness. At the center of all movement rests stillness. This is how to sit alone, yet not lonely, and how to travel all day without leaving your seat. No matter what emerges, stay in serene indifference. With access to all the universe's power, Why flit in the wind like a fool and lose touch? Be rooted and notice yourself as the universe. Leave no trace. Speak in messages. Keep balance, not ledgers. Close doors, not locks. Things impossible to undo work without glue or knots. Things that can be lost cannot be real. Take care of anyone and all things. It is easy. A good teacher elects bad students. A bad student relinquishes self-responsibility. Students elect teachers. Defy this basic truth, and without question, your intelligence will fail. Understand how a penis behaves, but act like a womb. Emulate a valley by giving gentle, cyclical nutrition. If you do this, the mystery never leaves. You will feel innocence as a naive child. Observe the yang, but heed the yin. This is the pattern of the universe. Living it gives access to the unlimited power of the origin. Detect the private, but address what is public. Embrace acceptance. Be as generous as a valley. Use yourself as an uncarved block of wood. Tools emerge from wood by removing what is not the tool. Carve away as you follow the block. It holds limitless possibilities. Can you master the universe and improve upon it? Bullshit. The universe was ordained to perfection and is out of hand. Alterations obliterate it. Prehensile holding abandons it. Be forward or aft. Be active or resting. Be intense or exhausted. Be safe or in danger, as time incurs. See things as they are. Do not meddle with them. Allow them to come and go as you rest within the origin. Use of force is unnecessary. Sit at the origin where the universe resides. Departure from the origin always rebounds. This way, weapons wound the wielder. Violence injures the aggressor. Wastelands persist long after the wake of war has swept past. This is why power cannot be taken by advantage. Sit at the origin of power and do what is necessary. Entitlement, recognition, debate, approval, and arrogance require force. Force is power removed from its source. It never works. Weapons work because all creatures hate them. Do not pick them up. Tend to move to the left. When war ensues, move to the right. There is no need to contemplate the use of weapons. Their use becomes clear when there is no choice. Employ them with restraint and without the desire of personal harm. Violence used to protect peace and quiet does not merit celebration. Who can delight in a slaughter? In happy times, celebrations tend to the left side. In war, the right side reverses to induce sorrow for the funeral. The head of army must stand to the right and move left. Commanders and their troops stand to the left and move right, as do the mother and her children when gathered to bury the dead. The unseen mystery is inscrutable as dark matter's interaction with matter. When we center in it, the divisions created by names dissolve in a gentle rain, and people follow the law as inscribed in their hearts. No names and forms as interim to gain intimate awareness of anything. Knowing when to stop, you can take care of anything. Understanding other people is commendable. Understanding yourself provides a wisdom as deep as time. Mastering others is power exertion. Mastering self returns power to its origin. Being content is true richness. Perseverance is true power. Staying endures. Life is kept eternal by all that dies. The unseen mystery is empty and flows both right and left. Everything comes from it, but nothing is created by it. Entirely caught up in its own work, it makes no noise, claims no credit, masters no creature, and expects nothing. It births infinite worlds and then lets them go. It takes refuge in all hearts and may be called humble. All things discover unrestricted refuge in it, so it may be called great. This greatness is unseen, and so truly great. Join the unseen mystery, and the world follows your feet. Sense your path by its happiness and peace. The universal harmony is apparent to seekers. Danger exists, but the ease in your heart protects you. People stop to enjoy music or good cooking. It is unnatural to describe the unseen mystery in words, for it is invisible, intangible, inaudible, inexhaustible, and reliable. Before something goes away, it expands. Before something returns, it leaves. Before something weakens, it was strong. If you want something removed, allow it to flourish. If you want to have something, give it away. If you want something to be given to you, allow it to be given. Notice the subtle way things are. Soft and weak overwhelm hard and strong. Stow weapons out of sight, the way fish remain in the deep. The unseen mystery pursues non-action and leaves nothing undone. People take pride in good action, yet they cannot sustain consistency. Nature cannot be forced. People who force goodness have null effect. When all pursue non-action, children develop true to form, desires become formless, and simple tranquility is all that remains. Magnanimous action comes from the heart. Righteous action comes from pity. Moral action comes from duty. Lawful action comes from basic understanding. Basic understanding comes from misunderstanding. People do their best when not thinking. By attempting to be good, they become foolish. Without thought, the universe leaves nothing undone. Good people leave plenty to be done. Magnanimity holds no other motive. Virtuousness is motivated by judgment. Justice makes motions for punishment. Morality is willing to force submission. When magnanimity is abandoned, goodness remains. When goodness is abandoned, morality arrives. When morality is abandoned, ritual appears. Ritual marks the doorstep between panic and faith. Although the future may be viewed via the unseen mystery, this flower leads to folly. Leave flowers and wait for the fruit. Leave illusions and sink to the depths of reality. You are the universe actualizing. You are the clear sky, the firm earth, the strong spirit, the fertile valley, its nourishing river, and the many colonies living there. Be humanity in full bloom. We know the power of the unseen mystery because without it, skies are torn, earth crumbles, spirits abandon, valleys dry, wombs grow barren, corruption thrives, civilization is lost, and creatures go extinct. This is why humility is the root of greatness. High stands on the face of low. The humble feel worthless and abandoned by loved ones. They do not shine as a gem. They seem dull and common as a stone. Return is the direction of all movement. Passive surrender is the way. The swarms of children all came from one mother. The innominate grandmother of the universe emerged from non-existence. When students hear of the unseen mystery, the one who is empty embodies it. The one filled with concept half believes it and half discredits it. The one filled with belief laughs out loud. This laughter is signature of the unseen mystery. And so we may say, shadows illustrate the path of enlightenment. Advancements appear as retreats. The difficult route is the easiest. Virtue cannot measure emptiness. Emptiness is rich but seems impoverished, strong but seems frail, immutable but seems mutable, crystal clear but seems obscure, immaculate but seems dingy, original but seems cliché, real but seems unreal, circular but seems square. Patinas cure vessel over eras. Most sounds are never heard. The unseen mystery maintains no form, is hidden, nameless, and consummates everything. The unseen mystery gave birth to one. One gave birth to two. Two gave birth to three. Three gave birth to swarms upon swarms. All things face yang, with backs turned to yin. Harmony is the result of this union. Despair is ardent, worthless, widowed, and orphaned. Yet, loss bestows gain. An aggressor demonstrates the self-injurious attitude of violence. The mellowest substance of the universe subdues the toughest. The non-substantive of the universe is unswerving and passes where there is no space. Here is the key to non-action. Silence is the strongest message. Universe bending is understood by very few. To be recognized by others or recognized by self, which matters more? Your possessions or your life? Which produces more richness? To gain or to lose? Which hampers more? Attachment to external things leads to suffering. Wealth requires loss. Know when is enough to avoid misery. Know when to stop to avoid danger. These non-actions keep you safe forever as you inherit the universe. The perfection of the accomplishment seems imperfect, yet it is perfectly useful. Real fullness seems empty, yet it always fills everything. The line of infinity seems to curve. Knowing is not knowing. Eloquent fluency stutters and stammers. Darkness seems aglow. Motion overcomes cold. Being still overcomes heat. By encompassing all contradictions, stillness is the nature of the universe. Where people embrace the unseen mystery, roaming horses will fertilize the fields. Where people deny the unseen mystery, horses are groomed for cavalry. No idea is falser than fear. No action is more destructive than feeling deprived. No justice is more exact than avarice. Recognize what is enough, and you always have enough. You are the universe becoming cognizant of herself. You may experience all of eternity without opening any portal to the external. Without even a glimpse outside, the perfection of the accomplishment and your path to enlightenment are apparent. Arrive without leaving. View with the heart's eye. Work without doing. A student of knowledge learns new concepts daily. A student of the unseen mystery unlearns concepts daily. As concept dissolves, the folly of force exposes the impotence of action until you arrive at non-action. Allow the universe's accomplishment to take its natural course without interference. Your mind is afterthought. The collective mind works from the lowest common denominator. So too, work from there. Your mind is equivalent to outer space. People will not understand you. They will look to you, listen, and wait. Embrace people who are good. Embrace people who are not good. True kindness is without rejection. As a child, recognize the innominate grandmother. Of 10 born, 3 live life, 3 live death, and 3 simply pass from birth to death. Of 10 born, 1 walks outside the fear of dying alone in the wilderness by weapon or wild animal. Don no armor and wield no weapons, so death can find no mark to land. The unseen mystery birthed all swarms. The mother of the universe nurses all children. Energy gives form to matter. Energy gives function to matter. This is why everything acquiesces to the unseen mystery. She makes no demand, yet her laws are never violated. She gives her children their natures and then never interferes. She gives them everything and takes no credit. The ultimate secret to life is to pay these favors forward. Seek the mother to deduce what her children will become. Having separated from her, they are bound to return. Cling to the mother, and you will find nothing to fear as you watch her swarms of children. Seal lips and shield senses for a life ever full. Loosen lips and expose senses for a life full of trouble. Become specific by employing the senses. For the heart to find peace, do not become specific. The human body reflects the entire universe. Discover the mystery within by viewing outside. Discover the mystery around you by viewing within. This is the practice of eternity. One clear glimpse of the unseen mystery places you on the simplest path. People are easily sidetracked. The simplest path resides within balance. You know you stray from it when even a single fear appears. People like to guzzle boozy ambrosias and gorge themselves. Others wait in unkempt fields, near empty silos, for a turn at the table of opulence. Distracted by voracious cravings, they may not recognize entering a forest of fears. This is thievery in vain. Accede to the unseen mystery and never slip away. Recede from the unseen mystery and be dismantled. Deep roots keep what is planted, even in strong storms. What is planted in comfort does not consider escape. These two truths are always praised by children and grandparents. Sense the unseen mystery within yourself to find the genuine. Listen for it in your family to understand thriving. Watch for it in your country to identify the example offered to the world. Detect it in the universe to realize yourself completely. Once you recognize yourself as the universe, you become innocent like a baby. Wild men and creatures will protect you and bring no harm. Your bones are soft and muscles are weak, yet your grip is strong. Even without requirement for sex, you pulse with blood, grow erect, and can sing all day without growing hoarse. Perfect harmony is the gift granted to the masterful. Harmony resonates through the constant. Awareness of the constant is called enlightenment. Avoiding death is unnatural. Controlling breath causes stress. By rushing to the pinnacle, you meet an early end. People who perceive do not talk. People who talk do not perceive. Keep lips sealed. Shield the senses. Dull your sharpness. Untie the entanglements. Soften your glares. Settle your dust. Be like the unseen mystery. It is neither approached nor eluded. It can neither be blameless nor blamed. It conceives no enemy. It stands in silent awe of itself. We would all be great guides if we could just learn to follow. Instead, we tend to dominate and control. Expect plans to come undone. Allow the universe to govern herself. Where restrictions accumulate, criminals organize. Where weapons stockpile, chaos pools. Where minds are clever, the bizarre appears. Where subsidies are ample, people abandon self-reliance. Humanity is the universe becoming cognizant of herself. When we abandon punishment, people self-reform. When we cease speaking, honest work is done. When we relinquish ledger keeping, everyone prospers. By releasing desire, return yourself to the shape of uncarved wood. Governing by allowance allows people to act pure. Governing by oppression allows people to act rebellious. Power extended away from center is weakened. Supposing what is best for others renders you duplicitous. Making people happy creates a miserable event. Making people moral instructs the paths to vice. What do you know? The only way to teach is by living example. Keep a sharp point, but never pierce. Remain unambiguous, yet sylph-like. Rather than shine, be easy on the eyes and glow. Balance governs a group. Take preventative care. Preventative care leads to robust accumulations of power. Robust accumulations of power lead to victory. The unseen mystery overcomes anything. It knows no bounds. For people who embody it, anything is possible. Without destination, care for others by making use of whatever life brings. Whether you give a man a fish or teach a man to fish, poking the fish too much while frying ruins it. Conduct yourself as the unseen mystery, withheld, empty, and without desire, so evil cannot attach to you. Evil will continue to exist in the universe, but it will not be with you. Power travels as rivers to the sea, so lay down low and be still with acceptance. Humility yields power. Suspended resolution generates stillness. Stillness transcends the active and the vigorous. Admit mistakes as your most competent teachers, tailored for you by the unseen mystery. People who mention your faults are honest mentors. Notice no enemies. They are shadows you cast. Nourish your people. Leave them in peace, and do not meddle in their business. This way, you become a gentle beacon to all of humanity. The origin of all rests within the unseen mystery. Embody it. A good person will treasure you. A bad person will find refuge in you. Honors and awards may be purchased. Respect is paid by good deeds. Yet the universe responds to every situation with precision. The unseen mystery already made its accomplishment. Regardless of our erroneous beliefs, we continue to survive and thrive. Rather than doing, remain still. Observe the emergent mystery. Why? If you do this, anything you seek, you find. Every time you err, you are forgiven. All things treasure the unseen mystery. Exert no effort. Direct actions internally. Small is the beginning of large. Few is the beginning of many. Easy is the beginning of difficult. Small steps never fail. A great task is a series of small steps. Act as the universe. Sit still and reach inward, never outward. Stop and address difficulties that arise. The children reach and grope, not the mother. The children cry for comfort, not the mother. Problems belong to the children and are not problems for the mother. Trust in a promise as lightly as it is given. Do not take matters lightly. Only the unseen mystery matters. An open face to problems transforms struggle into challenge. Struggle tightens restrictions. Instead, loosen them. Submerge into stillness to be easily fed and held. Errors are most easily corrected early. Rigidness is most easily broken. The tiniest things are the quickest to scatter. An ounce of prevention is worth 10,000 cures. Make all arrangements prior to emergence. Which holds more intelligence, a tree or a seed? Which is more treacherous, the journey or the first step? Which is more supportive, the foundation or the building? Fools rush in, treasure slips through fingers. Maturation cannot be forced. Follow through. Seek freedom from desire. Allow precious things to come and go. Unlearn concept. Aid people home. Notice the nature of things. Exert no force. Whenever governors have been clever and secretive, commoners become simple-minded. Simple-minded commoners become clever and difficult to govern. Never clever governors allow people to find their own way. Notice two occurrences, the pattern and the model. Recognizing this code brings profoundness to heart. Profoundness in heart reaches everywhere and gathers a following. The ocean draws all rivers to it by being the lowest. Embody power by serving from nadir. Leadership is a task of following. This way, people never feel oppressed. Harming people destroys any leadership. Avoid harm, and people will support you without tire. Never compete, to never have competition. Most people laugh at the nonsenses mentioned here and treat them as cliches. They mimic the mother's husband, not the mother. The mother realizes all this nonsense is heavy and sinks low. Claim 3 gifts: compassion to embolden you, delayed gratification for generous rewards, and humility to surrender you into power. Who is emboldened without compassion? How lavish is it to gain first? What greater defense has a river than running to the ocean? Of these 3, compassion is the divine power. A compassionate warrior seeks to fight the internal battles. A compassionate vanquisher grieves the deep loss. A compassionate business owner credits clients for success. A compassionate governor kowtows. To manage others by managing self is harmonious unity. It renders power as great and undetectable as the unseen mystery. An attack extends power. This is opposite to the flow of power. By removing power from stillness, an attack employs dispersed power. Power follows humility. Humility returns to the lowest point. Retreat sinks. Whatever was separated from stillness will return and rejoin. This is called annihilation of the enemy without exertion. The delusion of defense destroys it. If 2 equal forces oppose one another, victory goes to the one who conducts funeral etiquette. Quitting concept renders your true self. Claiming yourself as the universe is easy. It is a task of ceasing to do. Yet, people seek more and more to do. These teachings root back to before time. Their disciplines seed power beyond conception. Abusing it brings honor and covers you in jewels. Living it brings no honor and fills your heart with jewels. To know you will never know is to know. If you believe you know, you are afflicted. Knowing is the disease. Instead, be your own physician and attend to all correspondences from the body. The body's intelligence instructs the removal of sickness. Sickness has no indications. Fever, pain, and inflammation are symptoms of healing. Bile excretion and soreness typify recovery. When the natural sense of awe and curiosity goes, disaster soon arrives. Leave people in peace. Do not disturb their lives, and they will be kind to you. Be yourself, so to have no reason to display yourself. Let go of all that. Instead, choose this. Safety first, or you will kill or be killed. The universe is under a divine protection. Life endures, and this way conducts eternity. All that dies is dismantled to be surrendered to a new life, and this way rejoins eternity. The net of the universe has wide craters, but catches all. Human law relies on fear of death and is often broken. Universal law relies on the unseen mystery and is never broken. The universe is out of control. Try to command it, and you will harm yourself. When the people are hungry, taxes can kill them. Rebellions are provoked by intrusive governors. When governors find value in taking lives, people find lives to be meaningless. Rather than valuing lives, just let people have them. Life is yielding, pliable, and supple. Death is stiff, hard, and brittle. Unyielding thoughts invite death. Yielding thoughts invite life. What is stiff and hard breaks. What is supple and seeds rebounds. As an archer's bow, the unseen mystery is balanced. Drawing back the string loads power by pulling the top down and the bottom up. What is excessive flows to fill deficiency. People who declare deficiencies are blind to this surplus. They flit about, attempting to force external issues. People who let go of the excessive find no end to giving. By acquiescing to the wealth of the unseen mystery, you grow disinterested in receiving restitution, credit, praise, and glory. Water is the softest of materials. It is the universal solvent. Even great mountains crumble under its gentle influence. Soft overwhelms hard. Gentle overwhelms rigid. We all know it to be true. Few can live it. Accumulate power because you are the lowest of people. Do not experience a problem. Resolve the complications. This keeps you inside serenity, even in times of great sorrow. Help people out of problems by never ever helping them. Truth makes no sense. Seeking a place to rest blame only guards a problem. What is the point of blame? Therefore, fulfill personal responsibilities and leave the rest unattended. Never require another to fulfill an obligation. The unseen mystery works without capacity for bias. Personal bias decides inclusion or exile. People are governable in small local groups. They enjoy the fruits of labor and do not seek shortcuts. They enjoy life and never wish to escape it. Cars and boats can travel great distances, yet people stay at home because the food is good, and they may delight in tradition and fellowship. Weapons may be stockpiled, but people never think to use them. Although neighbors are near enough to hear barking dogs and early roosters, People remain at home to live and die in peaceful quiet. Truthful words are not pleasant. Pleasant words are not truthful. Words that argue have no reason. Scholars grow vast in knowledge, but concept causes disease. Do not hold on to any thing or idea. Work for the people and end up with more. Give everything away and end up with plenty. The unseen mystery feeds without forcing. The universe works without effort. Be the universe.